Next, you need to add in the hamburger. Now, this is the part where it gets a little bit messy. You want to mix in the hamburger a little bit just to kind of get it started. It's a little bit easier later on once you're trying to mix everything together. After that, you need to add in some seasonings. You add about 2 pinches of salt. And then you want to add in a teaspoon each of black pepper and onion powder. Now, this is the part where it gets really messy. Once you have all that put in, you need to really mix it all together. This process may take a minute, but it is better than trying to use an electric mixer or a spoon. It gets everything mixed in thoroughly, and it's not as messy. Well, for your counter anyway. It does get a little bit cold, but it's worth it in the end. After this process, you're going to want to take your meatloaf and form it into a loaf. Now, I have a stoneware pan about this big. And you just take your meatloaf, and in a couple sections if you need to, put it all in your pan. Now what you want to do is you want to kind of smooth it out and round it in your pan to get that good loaf shape. Now you want to make sure it's even so it bakes correctly, but you don't need to worry about it being perfect. It just needs to have the general shape and need to be good and needs to have that even quality to it. Now, once all of this is over, you're going to bake it in the oven for about an hour and a half. And once that's done baking, you take the other half of your tomato sauce and you pour it over the top. And it'll be done. And in conclusion, while meatloaf is pretty generic, many families have their own version of it. No two are the same. While the base ingredients are similar, they're all very different.